Okay, this is a quick video, sort of a guide to basically. In a couple months ago, there was an issue in the news about BMWs across the U.S. and I believe in some parts of China and India catching fire spontaneously, with the reports of the fire starting sort of right under the windshield by the driver's side or the passenger side, and then the fire just got out of control and the car exploded or just was totaled, burnt to the ground. Now, the peculiarity of it was these cars were either parked with the key out of the ignition, parked for long periods. One car, I think a Z4, was parked for, I think the owner said, like a couple of days before it just spontaneously caught fire. What I noticed with the recent design on these cars is this little catch pan, and I just washed the car, it's still wet. I'll come over here. There's a little catch pan there for leaves and stuff that, as part of, I think, the weekly maintenance, you take that out and you dump out the leaves or whatever gets stuck in there. And I just emptied that one out and it accumulates a lot of leaves. And even with the car wet, and the engine does get hot and it stays hot in these cars. See in there's a lot of leaves in there. Even with the car just washed, I just washed the car. A lot of these leaves are just dry, dry tinder. And I believe one of these boxes is the fuse panel box or the electrical junction box on this side. I believe that's what this is. It might be also the brake fluid reservoir. I highly doubt that, but these electrical boxes here, and on this side is the electrical box. That's very important because it connects the battery to the rest of the car, and this is sort of the power positive terminal for the car. And so you have a lot of electrical wiring going right through that area into the car there, as well as here there's a firewall for the driver's odometer and stuff like that. So I'm gonna pull this out so you guys can see. So this is something that I haven't done since it's the end of June. I haven't done this since Memorial Weekend, I think, and it's just all this stuff accumulates, and this is just tinder to catch fire, especially if it's hot. And look at that, that's about a month's worth of this. And if you don't check this, it just piles up. And I show you guys on the ground how much stuff this is. See, the car is soaking wet, and some of it is wet, but look at that. That's between this and the other side, it's about a pound of leaves and twigs and stuff like that. It just gets in there. A lot of the BMWs are designed now with these little pans to catch debris and stuff like that from the tree. And this is maybe from the spring season, so these are kind of fresh leaves, but because they're falling off the trees and dried up, they stay really dry and brittle. Even with the car wet and the car washed, these stay dry and brittle. So coming back up here, and all around here you just have the accumulation of dry leaves. And I believe this might be the source of, not the source of it, but once the car, whatever happens with these electrical boxes, if there is a short or something and a spark hits one of these things, it's so many of that. And I haven't checked this in about a month, 2 months about. So many of these things here to catch fire that it makes perfect sense that why this car, Jesus Christ. This is what it is when you live in New York. You can't even like have a moment of silence. But yeah, so just keep that in mind if you have a BMW, modern day BMW from like 2005 and onward. Make sure to check these things for leaves and stuff like that to prevent your car from catching fire. And it's all over the place, all in there as well. And the engine heat keeps these things dry and brittle, and like I said, it's just tinder for your car. And that's it.